with Charles Davis. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Richardson will throw to start out here. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Across midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Richardson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to the air with Richardson. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try the right side here with Bo. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And Richardson going to move him around. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This pass out wide to Hall. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete. Richardson has it. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Dances by him. Fights through it. Still fighting for more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Out to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They run on first down with Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Richardson will throw for it. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Back to the ground with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Flush to his right. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. Andre Johnson from 21 yards away. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Richardson going on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. They'll run with Hall. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this belongs to the Vikings. And there's a surprise. You come out of the lockers, you're winning, kicking it away. I'm sure the receiving team is expecting you to kick it away. Surprise them with the onside kick, and it worked.
You know that they were ready to roll coming out of the locker room. Oftentimes, though, you see the team that's losing.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nnamdi Asomugha. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Lamar Woodley from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and long for Richardson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up on a great one, Darrelle Revis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Point after try forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. He'll pitch it back. There he goes, right side.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 72 yards.
And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
He sets to fire deep.
And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll roll him out right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Richardson will keep it once again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Anthony Richardson.